Alright, today I'm going to tie a Rib Nymph in a size 16 with a 3.0 millimeter tungsten bead. Pretty easy tie. I don't know exactly what this fly resembles. As like more than likely it's some type of Caddis Pattern. All I know is it works. This past week in Arkansas, fishing kind of slowed down. I throw this little guy on there, and fishing picked up. So pretty effective pattern here. So let me go ahead and get started here. All right, so I am going to put some underwire here. That way help it get down to where the fish are. So I'm just going to put 5 wraps of 0.020 wire right behind the bead. Just holding this tag in will help. And I'm just going to put take it over 5 times. Alright, yesterday watching a video, I kind of learned a little trick or hack here to try with that make it easier with that tag right there in the wire. Have it be a little bit cleaner when you break it off. So basically, start your thread behind the wire and then trap it like you would wire up front at the end. So once it's trapped there, you simply just helicopter it off. Ends up being a little bit cleaner. And then just cover the threads. Somewhat, you don't have to cover them all here at once. And then you also want to build a little taper right behind your lead wire. Okay, so got that going now. I am going to put in my tail now, which I am going to use Cote de Leon natural. These are nice little fibers with barbs and a little bit stiffer than using pheasant tail. So I'm just going to use 6 fibers here, try to keep them aligned, more or less 6, and then I'm going to try to keep them on top. So I want to measure about half the length of the hook shank. So that'll be good there. And then a couple loose wraps. Give yourself the counterclockwise spin. Help your thread kick back. And then adjust. Make sure they're on top. So here we go. Alright, there's a couple things that you can do here, a couple different options. I choose to go with the mid-size D-rib, and I'm going to go with olive. Okay, these things are pretty transparent, so when you tie them in, anything that you're tying under kind of shows up. There's a variety of different colors that you can use, so you can be creative with this. So I'm tying in Chartreuse UTC 70, and I want to try to keep this thin so it helps the nymph sink a little quicker than using the medium-sized D-rib, which you'll probably notice a little bit better segmentation, but the fly is a little bit fatter. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just cut myself a piece of D-rib. I'm using the mid-size, and I'm going to tie in a little piece at the very back. I don't need that much, so I'm just going to tie that in. Okay, I need to counterclockwise my thread again. The other thing that spinning your thread counterclockwise does is it helps to flatten out the thread. It gives you a smoother finish on your thread as you're moving forward. Okay, so now I'm just going to build up a little taper here, tie that in. I don't know if you can see on the video, but the counterclockwise spin kind of makes your thread flatter, so it gives you a smoother underbody. Alright, go back up, build that taper behind my lead wire, and then just go ahead and cover the lead wire. Alright, so now I am ready to go ahead and start wrapping the fly. Alright, and just start wrapping. You can see the segmentation. It's not as pronounced. If you wanted to leave a gap, you could in between your thread, and you would see more of the chartreuse color thread here. One thing I should have done here is probably give myself a half hitch. You can see the thread at the front of the fly just bouncing around. Oops. Let that come loose. Alright, try this again. Alright, at that point I'm ready to tie it in. Snip off close. Okay, now I'm ready for my dubbing. I'm gonna use some wax here because I am going to dub with pine squirrel up at the top. Gives the illusion of legs up at the front of the fly. Don't need a whole bunch of this. You know, there's another trick that you can do if you're having trouble with this, is you can actually take your bodkin, this tool right here, and you can actually split your wire and tuck your squirrel dubbing in the middle of that and then spin. But it doesn't seem like I needed that, so go ahead and build up my dubbing noodle here. And by using chartreuse, if I want to go ahead and build up a thread collar here, I can, and that would serve as a little hot spot. Trying to whip finish, and there is your Rib Nymph. Not too difficult. Okay, like I said, I'm not sure what it resembles. This color I think resembles more of some type of Caddis pattern. If I wanted to kind of pick out the dubbing here, I could do that. But it is buggy enough to attract trout, and it definitely helps me with the catch. Alright, there you go. There's the Rib Nymph. Please leave comments if you have any comments or questions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and follow me on Instagram at NTX Flytime. Alright, thanks for watching.